For centuries, people have looked up at the stars and wondered, what life could there be beyond the atmosphere? But even here on Earth, some creatures are so strange, unique, or downright terrifying, you'd be more likely to see them on Mars. From cute little critters with amazing abilities to creepy monsters at the bottom of the ocean, let's take a look at some creatures that are completely out of this world. My old sport, this is EdDevelop, where you will find the best scientific and similar curiosities. Subscribe, activate the notification bell to enrich your day every time we upload a new video, and consider our Patreon. Find the link below in the description. Now, it is time for the fun part. Leaf sheep. The leaf sheep is a sea slug with a punk rock haircut and an incredibly cute face, plus jaw-dropping space-age powers. This creature spends its time crawling around in the ocean and grazing in fields of seaweed, but when it bites into vegetation, it also absorbs its chlorophyll, a component that allows plants to photosynthesize. Instead of wool, the sea sheep's back is covered with leaf-like appendages called serrata, which store chlorophyll and allow it to absorb nutrients and energy from sunlight like a moving solar panel. This makes sea sheep a plant-animal hybrid. Their appearance makes them the kind of creature you would expect to find on another planet. Telescope fish. The most fearsome predator in the deep sea, this fish looks like a mad alien scientist. Don't you think? You can imagine it flying around the solar system in a UFO. The telescope fish gets its name from the tubular eyes that protrude from its head. Its unique shape gives it powerful and extremely light-sensitive vision, despite swimming up to 3 kilometers deep. This 17-centimeter long fish can detect small amounts of light from the ocean surface. As a result, the telescope fish hunts by swimming vertically through the ocean and looking up to see the silhouettes of its prey swimming above it. If successful, the telescope fish's unique jaw allow it to swallow prey larger than its entire body, thanks to a large, expandable stomach. The eyes of this alien-looking fish may not be larger than its belly, but they are certainly close enough. Giant pollinoid worm. My old sport, if you looked at this golden creature floating in the water from a distance, you'd say it wasn't so strange. In fact, you'd think it was beautiful, until you got up close and it bit you. It's really horrible. The part that looks like the creature's head is actually a retractable throat that is usually folded inside its body. The hunting tactics of this worm look like something out of a horror or science fiction movie. A curious little animal swims up to a beautiful golden alien to examine it, but if it gets too close, the scaly worm's throat pops out at it, tearing it apart with its razor-sharp teeth. Fortunately, these worms are found only in Antarctic waters and are quite rare, so we don't know much about their breeding habits or what they eat. They're probably alien hatchlings from the deep, my old sports. Mobile Cave. Long ago, a cave near Mangalia, Romania, was sealed by the shifting of the Earth's crust, trapping a small community of animals for 5.5 million years. In 1986, a team of construction workers accidentally drilled into the site. Now known as Movile's Cave, they discovered a small space filled with toxic and deadly gases, intense heat, and 33 entirely new species of animals. The creatures had adapted to a rather inhospitable environment, evolving to survive in the cave's extreme conditions for millions of years. This means that they evolved in a world completely different from the rest of life on Earth. In Mobile Cave, some of the creatures are transparent, and most are completely blind, their eyes having disappeared over millions of years, while they developed antennae and longer arms for guidance. The cave contains mostly sulfuric water, but most of these insects thrive in small air pockets that form in the walls of the cave's ceiling. The air in these pockets is mostly carbon dioxide, methane, hydrogen sulfide, and ammonia, with only 10% oxygen, half the amount found on the Earth's surface. However, these hardy little insects have evolved to survive in these conditions, being able to swim, crawl, and jump despite the toxic cave air. In fact, the sulfur and methane present in the cave are critical to the food chain. Bacteria and fungi feed on these chemicals, and in turn are the food source for the cave's herbivorous inhabitants, who then become prey for the cave's predators. Some scientists believe that Mobile's Cave may hold the secrets of extraterrestrial life, allowing us to understand how creatures can thrive in desolate places like other planets. So, if you thought aliens could only be futuristic, you're in for a big surprise, my old sports. They can even evolve in caves. Crinoid fossils. They look like something out of a science fiction movie, but they're not. Crinoid fossils, ancient creatures that existed some 300 million years before the dinosaurs, have bulbous heads and coiled tentacles that are terrifying to look at. These fossils have been used as inspiration to create creatures in movies such as the Sentinels in The Matrix and the facehuggers in Aliens. The crinoid fossils are so old that scientists aren't even sure where they evolved from. What do you think? Fun fact, the largest crinoid fossil ever found was 39 meters long. If you thought that today's oceans were scary enough, just imagine what they were like in the past. Hey, wait! Now's the time. Subscribe to the channel to be entertained while learning. It's free! Terrataspis trigolites. While the creatures living on Earth today may be quite strange, as we have just seen with some crinoids, they're nothing compared to the creatures of the ancient past. That will surprise you, old sport. The seas of the past were inhabited by truly alien creatures, such as the Terrataspis trigolite, a giant insect with a spiked back, serpentine antenna, and a 68-centimeter long body. They are now extinct, but these monsters did exist, crawling along the ocean floor 397 million years ago. The Tolly monster. Some fossils are so bizarre that they remain a mystery, such as the Tolly monster, discovered by fossil collector Francis Tolly. Although more than 100 fossils of the Tolly monster have been discovered since 1958, scientists still don't know if the creature was a type of worm, mollusk, or eel. What we do know is that it was a sea creature that lived 300 million years ago and was truly bizarre. Its eyes were attached to stalks that protruded from its 35-centimeter, 14-inch torso, and its mouth was at the end of a long, extended neck, ready to grab its prey. No one knows for sure what it evolved from or into, and the mystery surrounding the Tolly monster has given rise to conspiracy theories. Some people think it's an alien creature, while others think it's an ancestor of the Loch Ness monster. What do you think, dude? Let me know your theories in the comments below. The crustaceans. Pop culture aliens don't always come in peace, thankfully. Those terrifying monster types are just the stuff of science fiction. But what if I told you that there is such a thing as a real-life body invasion? Also known as the tongue-eating crustacean. The crustacean doesn't just eat tongues, it's much worse than that. It feeds on fish by entering their bodies through their gills and cutting off the blood supply to their tongues, causing them to rot and fall off. The parasite then replaces the tongue, living inside the fish's mouth and acting as a living, fully functional prosthesis. This allows the fish to continue living, swimming, and feeding. The crustacean stays there while drinking its blood or mucus. When your fish dies, these little squatters simply crawl out and search the ocean for a new host to live in. I bet your favorite fish is an 8-bedroom, 4-bedroom tuna in your backyard. Marine mantis. Humans only have 3 color photoreceptors in their eyes, but mantis shrimp have 16, which means they can distinguish colors at a level we can't even imagine. Their eyes are the most complex visual structure ever discovered on Earth. They can even detect ultraviolet light and polarized lights, and have the ability to see light shapes invisible to the human eye. Marine mantids lead us to intriguing theories. They make us think, what could be out there that exists in the frequencies that our senses cannot perceive? But enough thinking about theories. It's time to learn about another incredible talent of the sea mantis. Although they are only 6 inches long, they can use their club-like claws to strike at their prey with the speed of a .22 caliber rifle, delivering blows at over 50 miles per hour. Fishermen affectionately call them thumb breakers. The creature's hook is so powerful that it vaporizes the water around it, creating super hot bubbles that approach the surface temperature of the sun. Best to stay away, old sport. Pulps. According to a team of 33 researchers, octopuses are aliens brought to Earth by meteorites. In a published paper, they argue that 540 million years ago, Earth was struck by a comet carrying fertilized octopus eggs from another world, or an alien virus that infected a group of primitive squids, causing them to evolve into the modern octopus. These claims may seem crazy until you look at all the cool things octopuses can do: camouflage themselves, spray ink, squeeze through small spaces, and regrow lost limbs. There are 289 species of octopus in the ocean, and some are super smart, known for solving complex puzzles and unscrewing jar lids to get at food. But this is just speculation. Which of these creatures impressed you the most? Do you think any of them are actually alien? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's all for today, my old sport. Don't forget to like and share, and we'll see you in the next video.